Once upon a time in a small town called Memphis, there lived a girl named Amara. She was so pretty that people would stop walking just to look at her. Her mom and dad were farmers who grew vegetables and sold them at the market. Amara had skin that shined like honey in the sunshine. Her smile was bright like morning light. Her hair was long and soft like clouds. Everyone said she was the prettiest girl they had ever seen. But Amara had a big problem. She thought she was better than everyone else. Every single day, Amara would wake up and spend hours looking at herself in a special glass her daddy bought her. She would spin around and around, making funny faces and saying, "I am the most beautiful girl in the whole wide world. Nobody is prettier than me." Her mama would come into her room and say softly, "Amara, sweetie, can you please help me wash the dishes? We have so much work to do today." But Amara would roll her eyes and say, "Me? Wash dishes? My hands are too special to get dirty. Tell my brothers to do it." Her mama would feel very sad and walk away quietly. When other girls went to get water from the big well in the center of town, Amara stayed home brushing her hair. When the neighbors cleaned their yards, she sat inside putting flowers in her hair and dancing in front of her mirror. When everyone in the town worked together to fix the roads, Amara stayed in her room saying, "I'm too beautiful to get sweaty and dirty." Even her mirror seemed tired of seeing her face every day. Amara had 3 best friends named Tina, Rose, and Joy. They loved her very much. But one by one they got married to nice men. Tina married a man who fixed shoes. Rose married a man who caught fish. Joy married a man who grew corn. But Amara laughed at them and said mean things. "Ha ha ha. Tina, your husband has dirty fingers. Rose, your man smells like fish. Joy, your husband doesn't even have a fancy car. How sad for you." Her friends felt very hurt, but they didn't say anything mean back. They were happy with their husbands. But this made Amara even more jealous. She would say, "Let them be happy with their poor husbands. I, Amara, will marry a rich prince. I will wear gold jewelry and ride in a fancy car with sparkly wheels." One sunny day, the town market was full of people. Ladies were selling red tomatoes, green peppers, and sweet bananas. Children were running around playing tag. Music was playing under a big tree. Amara put on her fanciest dress that sparkled like diamonds. She tied her hair with a beautiful yellow ribbon. She rubbed oil on her skin to make it glow. Then she walked to the market like she was a queen. Her hips swayed side to side as she walked. Everyone stopped to stare at her. "She's so beautiful, but her heart is empty like a balloon with no air," one old lady whispered. "She walks like everyone should bow down to her," a little boy said, giggling. But Amara didn't care. She loved when people looked at her. Suddenly, crash. She bumped into someone hard. Her basket fell down. The other person's basket fell too. It was Grandma Lucy, the oldest lady in the whole town. Grandma Lucy's back was bent like a hook. Her hands shook when she tried to pick things up. Her legs moved very slowly. All her vegetables rolled everywhere on the ground. The old lady fell on her knees. Everyone watching said, "Oh no, that's Grandma Lucy." Amara stood tall, looked down at the old lady, and said in a nasty voice, "Why are you blocking my way like a slow turtle? You ruined my beautiful dress. Do you even know who I am?" Grandma Lucy looked up with kind eyes and said gently, "My dear child, I'm so sorry. My eyes don't work very well anymore." Amara shouted loudly, "Then stay in your house. Don't bring your dirty vegetables near my pretty clothes again." People started whispering to each other. "Say sorry, Amara. She's an elder. She could be your grandma." But Amara turned her back, made an angry sound, and walked away fast. Grandma Lucy slowly picked up her vegetables, shaking her head sadly. Then she lifted her hands up to the sky and said in a voice that sounded like thunder, "Amara, the mirror you love so much will soon not love you back. Your beauty will disappear like smoke. Your pride will trap you like a cage. You will not be beautiful again until you live with the ugliest man on this earth. Only then will your heart learn to be kind." The whole market became silent. Even the birds stopped singing. That night, Amara looked in her mirror and felt something strange. Her skin felt hot like fire. She laughed nervously. What kind of silly joke is this? But then her mirror made a cracking sound. Her face in the mirror looked weird and wavy. The next morning, Amara screamed so loud that everyone in the town heard her. What is this? This is not me. Her smooth skin had become rough like tree bark. Her nose had grown big and wide. Her lips that used to be soft were now dry and cracked. Her beautiful hair was falling out in clumps. Her eyes that used to sparkle looked dull and empty. She ran outside crying. The chickens ran away scared. Little kids screamed and hid behind their mamas. "Mama, mama, look at me," she cried and cried. "Mama, something terrible happened to me. Look at your beautiful daughter now." Her mama cried too. "My daughter, this happened because of your pride. You hurt Grandma Lucy. You didn't listen. You laughed at people. I'll say sorry. I'll give her food. I'll clean her house. I'll do anything," Amara begged. But when they went to Grandma Lucy's house, the old lady was gone. Nobody knew where she went. She just disappeared. Amara became like a ghost. She covered her mirror with a big blanket. She didn't walk proudly anymore. She stayed inside her house hiding from everyone. People in the town talked and talked. Did you hear what happened to Amara? Her beauty vanished like magic. Now she looks like a dried-up leaf. The girl who used to be so proud was now quiet, scared, and alone. Then one day, a strange visitor came to town. He wore a long coat and a big hat that covered his face. He knocked on Amara's door and gave her a message. "Your curse can only be broken if you marry the oldest, ugliest man alive. A man with bad teeth, stinky skin, and a mean attitude. You must marry him not just with your body, but with your heart. Only then will you be free." Amara cried for many days. Do I have to marry a monster to become pretty again? But deep down, she knew this was her test. Her journey of pain was just beginning. Amara sat in her dark room, not eating anything. Her skin got worse and worse. Her beauty that used to be her treasure had become her sadness. The people in town stopped talking about her. Some even felt sorry for her. One morning there was a loud knock on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Her mama opened the door and there stood the strangest man she had ever seen. He was short and bent over. His belly was big and round. He had a long white beard that touched his knees. His skin was wrinkled like a raisin. His mouth only had 2 yellow teeth. He carried a wooden stick that went thump-thump with every step. His clothes had holes in them and didn't match. His eyes were small like a rat's eyes. His breath smelled like old garbage. "My name is Brutus," he said with a crooked smile that showed his bad teeth. "I came here to marry Amara." Mama almost fainted. She held onto the door to keep from falling. "Marry who?" "Amara. I heard she's looking for someone exactly like me," he said laughing. "Ah." Amara came out slowly. Her heart was beating fast like a drum. When she saw Brutus, she froze like a statue. Her first thought was, "He looks worse than how I look now." But then she saw her face in the water bucket next to the house. She remembered what the messenger said. "You must marry the ugliest man on earth. Not just with your body but with your soul. Only then will you be free." She looked at Brutus again. He was chewing something loudly. Smack, smack, smack. Smelled like rotten eggs. "Do you say yes to me?" Brutus asked, picking his ear with his dirty finger. Amara swallowed hard and nodded her head slowly. "Yes." The people in town came out to see. Their mouths were wide open. Amara is marrying this creature. Oh my goodness. The world is upside down. Maybe she's sick in the head. The wedding was very simple. No music, no dancing. Just quiet shock. Brutus wore torn brown pants. Amara wore an old faded dress with no jewelry. Her pride was gone. That night in their tiny smelly house, Brutus snored so loud. The whole house shook. The windows rattled. Is that a bear? Amara whispered, scared. His feet smelled like rotten potatoes. When he slept, water dripped from his mouth. He made stinky farts every time he turned over. Amara sat by the window with her eyes wide open, shaking her head. This is a nightmare. But I must be strong. I must change. I must become a better person. Days passed. Brutus wasn't just ugly. He was also mean. He treated her like a servant. Cook my food right now. My back is itchy. Scratch it. Wash my smelly feet. He complained about everything. This food tastes like dirt. Why are you breathing so loud? Be quiet. But through it all, Amara didn't complain once. She woke up early every morning. She cleaned the house. She got water from the well. She cooked his food even when it was hard. She washed his dirty clothes that smelled like forgotten trash. She started smiling at children again. She said sorry to her old friends. She began helping at the town well, carrying heavy wood for old ladies, and saying hello even to poor people with no homes. One day, a little girl fell down in the market. Amara ran to help her. She cleaned her cuts and gave her food to eat. Grandma Lucy was there, sitting quietly under a big mango tree, watching everything. She whispered to herself, she has changed. That night, Amara went to bed. Brutus was snoring again, louder than ever. Growling, snort, growling. She looked up at the beautiful moon through the window and whispered, if I ever become pretty again, I promise I will never laugh at anyone. I will never forget what it feels like to be broken and sad. That same night, Grandma Lucy appeared in Amara's dream. She was glowing like the moon. My dear daughter, the old woman said with a sweet voice, your beauty has come back. Not in your face but in your heart. You are now truly beautiful. When you wake up tomorrow, you will see. When Amara opened her eyes the next morning, she jumped up and ran to the water pot. She looked at her reflection and screamed. But this time she screamed because she was so happy. Her skin was smooth again. Her eyes were bright and shiny. Her hair was full and long. Her lips were soft and pink. Her beauty had returned, but it was stronger, deeper, and more beautiful than before. She ran outside singing and dancing. The whole town came running to see. She's beautiful again. The curse is broken. It's a miracle. Brutus came out rubbing his eyes. He saw her and stepped back, confused. You're not my wife. My wife is ugly. Amara smiled kindly at him. Thank you, Brutus. You helped me learn and grow. But who will cook for me now? He cried, looking sad. She handed him a big bowl of delicious food. I hope you find someone who loves you just the way you are. And with that, she left his little house forever. Her parents cried happy tears and hugged her tight. Soon after, a handsome and rich prince from a faraway kingdom came to Memphis. He had heard about Amara's story, how she changed from proud to humble. He saw her and fell in love, not just with her pretty face, but with her kind heart. Their wedding was the biggest party the town had ever seen. Dancers danced. Drums played loud music. Women sang beautiful songs. Even the trees seemed to dance in the wind. But Amara never forgot her lesson. She treated everyone with kindness. She said hello to every old person. She played with children. She even visited Brutus once and gave him new clothes. She never looked in the mirror too much anymore because now her beauty came from her heart. Remember, being proud leads to falling down. But being humble lifts you up. Beauty without kindness is like candy that looks good but tastes bad. Always respect others no matter how small, old, or poor they are. Change happens when the heart learns. This has been another beautiful lesson from Lil Savvy Tales. If Amara's journey touched your heart, please like this video, subscribe for more amazing stories, and share with someone who needs to learn about kindness and humility.